This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through the interior of this Riverstone Legacy. It's a 2021 model, and model number 39RKFB. So I'm just going to show you the control panel and a few other things in here. Okay. So the control panel, you don't need a password or anything. You just poke the screen. There you have it. And you're just going to go through the options. When you push home, it'll give you the temperature, tell you how many volts are in your battery. You can turn the master lights on and off. I just turned them on. If you want to go into more detail with the lights, you just push lighting. You control the exterior lights and that sort of thing. These are your tank levels here. So if you need to, then you go to HVAC, which is your heating and cooling, and basically you just set the temperatures where you want them and turn it on to the energy source. Like if it's a you all have a air conditioners, obviously there should be probably two in this one, and then it also up front in the kitchen area, if you can see, it's very difficult to see, I know, but there's a heat pump. The heat pump is an air conditioner running backwards, so it'll actually heat, you get much lower than 40 degrees, it's not going to really work that well. But to that point, you can always run that. And then you have a regular furnace, okay? And there's the furnace button right there. So it's pretty self-explanatory. When it comes to the slide rooms, you have all your slide rooms and your awnings here. So you can see this does have slide toppers on it. Those just go out in and out with the awning. With the slide. So anyway, it's very basic. It just takes a little bit to get an understanding. Now this right here is for your on-demand water heater. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can just set it to the regular or eco, which is economical. It's just running at a lower or a cooler temperature, I believe. Okay, and then of course this has a power converter, which is right over here, like just about all trailers have. We find a light switch here somewhere. There we go. So this is the power converter. This converts AC to DC power, right? So you start with 110 AC over here. You got regular fuses like you would see at home, and they're all labeled, of course. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You see you got 12 volt fuses and they're all labeled. Also, when you're plugged in, this will tend your batteries up front, so it'll always keep your batteries charged. You've got two 27 series deep cycle marine batteries, and they're wired together at 12 volts, so it just doubles the storage capacity. It's still 12 volt output. Okay, so that's power converting, right? And like I said, when you're plugged in, or maybe I didn't, when you're plugged in, this will charge. Oh yeah, right. When you plugged in, this will charge your batteries too. It'll sense how much energy they need. If they're charged topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps. If they're low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever you need. Okay, so that's the converter. That's converting AC to DC. Now this device here is an inverter. This takes 12 volts from your battery, and it converts it from 12 volt DC to 110 AC, mainly to run your refrigerator, and that's all it's going to really run off of it. Your refrigerator while you're pulling it down the road. So, because that's 110 AC refrigerator, so to invert power, you're just going to turn it on, and that's inverting. Remember, converting is going from AC to DC. Inverting is going from DC to AC. Okay. So you're only going to turn it on when you're inverting. There's no really reason. I mean, if you're plugged into regular shore power, then you don't have to invert anything. You're getting your power is coming straight from the grid. So this is just used when you're pulling it down the road. Okay, now we're talking about power, so we'll walk up front here. This does have a solar panel on it. Okay, I have to find the lights here. That's not it. Let me back up here. There they go. Okay, so of course you get a vacuum, and this is your router. So you have to figure out how to set your router up. I mean, not figure it out, but it's not something that can be explained to you. You got to read the directions, and it's pretty self-evident how to do it. But what I came up here to show you is this right here. This is the solar panel control here. So it's saying you have wet batteries, which is true. I mean, they're sealed, but they're still wet, so we consider them wet. So that's just telling you what kind they are. Then you push the top button, and right now you're getting two. You see the line is moving that way. You're getting 2.4 amps from the sun, 2.3 at this moment, and that's being sent to your battery. So your battery is being charged by the sun to the point to 2.3. You know, it's going to get up to 5.0. You know, that's pretty typical on a sunny day. Sometimes you can get up to 9, but the sun has to be in the right position, and it has to be clear also. So keep that in mind. But anyway, you push this, and you got 1.9 amp hours, right? And then 12.5 volts. So it tells you how many volts are in your battery. So you go from voltage to gain from the sun, what's being put into your batteries from the panel, and the amount of energy measured as amp hours, and then back to 12.5 volts. So, okay, that's what that does. And that I just came back here because that's part of the power system, so you can get an understanding of it. So we're converting, which people who own trailers are used to, but now that things are being inverted, going from DC to AC power. See, DC to inversion is kind of lossy in the sense that it takes a lot of DC to keep an AC appliance running when you're inverting power. So keep that in mind. So keep that in mind, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Hello, it's just me and my big mouth, Randy.
So as I was saying, this converts like most trailers do, but it also inverts. I know I've said that several times, but all right. This device down here is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. It should always be green. If it's not, you want to get it serviced. Okay. Your fireplace comes with a remote. You can set the appearance of the fireplace by changing the color of the fire and the intensity of it. You can set the fan speed off, low, and high, so because it's a space heater. This works on 110 AC. The neat thing about it is when you have limited LP gas on board, even though this has two 40-gallon tanks, so that's huge, you know, and they're heavy and they get good capacity. But when you just want to take the chill out of this area, you could just run this because it just runs off regular electricity, and you don't have to use any of your LP up. So okay, so it also has a timer, so you could set it to turn on, you know, 20 minutes before you get up in the morning, whatever you want to do, and that has a remote control. Now this your sound here. First of all, you've got your regular speakers, right? But keep in mind there's a subwoofer. Let me pull this away a little bit. A subwoofer right here behind the TV. And behind this cord, you can see there's a knob. That's where you turn the bass up and down. Okay. So this plays basically Bluetooth. You can stream wirelessly from your phones or tablets. You can use AM/FM radio. You can pull this little door open, and there's plugs for USB and for HDMI, I believe. And so there's a lot of ways you can get sound to it. This also, I'm going to look back here because I didn't have a chance to look at this. I noticed, let me see here. I'm going to set the camera down for 1 second. Okay, hold on please. Out of there. I'm just checking to see if this is, yes it is. Okay. So this comes with a DVD player, I believe. Yep. So let me just set it down so you can see it. This is a CD and DVD player that comes with it. Generally it's going to go here. So you got plugs and you can get power from here, and you can plug into the system. So you would put it inside here and then patch it into that, and you're able to play disc with it also. Okay. Now while I'm standing here, this is the screen for your 5 cameras. So you can run this split screen, so it shows all cameras going at once. You can run it dedicated to, like, if you're going on the expressway, you could have just the backup on, for example, or the rear camera, the backup camera on if you want. And you can select it, it'll take up the whole screen, whatever you want to do. This plugs right into a cigarette lighter, and that's for your cameras, okay? Alright, so let me look around here. These are all your remotes. I was told just to go over the electronics with you, because that's what was maybe a little bit new for you. So that's what I'm doing here. You got a dishwasher down here. You have washer dryer combo up here. Yes, washer dryer combo. Like so. Okay, you got power vents up here, and these are the controllers right here. So that's a remote controller for your vent cover and fan. Okay. Of course, this folds out into a, or that folds into a jackknife, it looks like. I'm just trying to understand here. Saying, yeah. Let me look over here. Yeah. So that folds flat, turns into beds. Okay. Let me look a little bit more. Make sure I didn't forget anything. The range, obviously, it's simple. You just turn it. Wait a minute, let me go this way. Wait a minute. I gotta hold the camera here, so let me try it this way. Oh, hold on, please. Let me try something. Why am I not having success here? Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. I think he was unplugged back there. Yeah, so somebody just unplugged this, so it's running on the battery right now. So I can't get that going. But that's why the clock on your microwave isn't lit, or this isn't working. Okay. So anyway, it works like any other oven. You're just going to turn it to the temperature you want, and then push it in, and it sparks. That goes for all 4 burners and the oven. Okay. This is kind of a disjointed walkthrough here, but I'm doing the best I can. This is a leaf for the table, for example. Also in the pass-through storage up front, there are 2 chairs that was used at the dinette table. So you got 2 extra chairs. This is a space heater also, right? So you got another heater just for the bedroom. The shower is self-explanatory. The toilets, you know how to use them. There's another remote control for this here. Make sure you always run the fan with the shower, because you want to pull that humidity out. These things are built super tight now, so you just want to keep send the humidity right out the vent. Okay. All right. So I think that about covers it. Of course, like with any other trailer, you have to inspect the roof every 3 months. That's manufacturer suggestions, or manufacturer statement anyway. So every 3 months somebody should take a look at the sealant up there, the roofing material, everything. Just look around, and if you see any issues up there, have it taken care of immediately, okay? So make sure you do that. And of course right now it's in camping mode. It's not winterized, so it's ready to go. So come freezing weather, you're going to have to winterize it also, okay? Thank you very much.